morning, everybody. Today is a fine Friday morning. We're just getting ready to start filling our double site. We're looking to be getting about 380 to 400 pigs this morning. There's not a whole lot for us to do in here. My dad's been working up here, fixing some things here and there. And we already got all the mats where they need to be. We already got the nipple bars where they need to be. We got the feeders full of feed. Everything is locked and ready. All we got to do now is wait for the little bacon seeds to show up, and we'll count them out, sort them out, pin them up, and we won't get pigs till the following week. So I don't know how many days we're gonna wean, probably 2 to 3. Maybe we get them every day, and I hope so, because I like just, the more pigs you get each week, the faster you're close to being full. What do you know, Chief?
It's a great day in the morning. Glad to have a fresh batch, because I was getting bored.
Not enough stuff to do?
No, not a chance. Idle hands are the devil's playthings. So I feel relieved.
How many pigs to pen?
52.
52.
We're gonna load for 8,000.
How many pigs we getting today?
8,000.
We're getting 8,000 pigs today?
8,000. Oh, today? Oh, no, today. We're only getting like 280 today, because we're getting a split with somebody else.
How many days are they gonna wean?
I think they wean 4 days a week down there.
Oh, okay.
So we should get about 550 days. So it'll be a pretty quick fill. Well, it'll still take 2 weeks, but I'm good with it.
Duke's waiting like the rest of us. He's just chomping at the bit.
So today is the day that I get my bragging rights for the year, because cash corn delivered to the feed mill in my area is right at $6 a bushel. So I'm gonna sell the last that I have. Then I can tell everybody that I sold all my corn for $6. So you know how that works. Anyway, I figured it would be a good idea before the truck came to make sure that I can actually unload something, because we haven't taken any corn out of this bin in, I don't know, probably 3 months. So, ooh. Okay, well, that's not good. Let's see if we can baby it a little bit. Maybe it'll go. I doubt it. That's what happens when your contactor sticks, because they aren't used to being tripped on and off. So I had to flip the breaker off. I'm gonna get a few things, like a big pipe wrench and a 9/16 wrench, and we'll open this up and see if we can get it going. Who are these knuckleheads? Can I help you?
Are you ready to jingle your bells? Your corn bells? You gonna make some money or what?
Look at that yahoo. That kid looks barely old enough to be, I wonder if he's sitting on some books or something.
He might. I don't know. I didn't check his license, so.
So it started, and we didn't even break anything. So we might be all right.
It's a bad day to be a mouse, Dad.
Bad day? Yeah, it's move out day. The rent's due. The rent's due. Last fall when he got in here, he was like, oh, it's paradise. And then this morning he's like, wait, what? What's going on? What's that noise? And now he's thinking, oh, I should have left in the spring. I should have left in the spring.
Just finished up our first load. There's about a half load here left. Brant will come back, load us up, and we'll have this bin completely empty and ready to put some more corn here this coming fall. You ready to give her hell again or what? Sawyer's broom, Tork's broom. And just like that, she's all empty. What do you know, Duke? What do you know? Get him. Good morning, everybody. Today we're gonna finish up planting some corn. This is the last seed corn that we got, so I think one more fill and he'll plant it and he'll be done for the day.
Day 2 going again. Going pretty well. Hopefully things go good to finish out. We're doing Tork's corn on corn right now. Got 47 acres done in this field. We got roughly 43 acres to go. But I think most of the bugs are worked out. Yesterday was a little tough here and there. Yeah, I told Tork and Sawyer that I made all my mistakes here, so when I get back to my stuff, everything's gonna run just fine. But things are going good. We got full sunshine today. The ground's heating up. The seed should like it. Probably what we plant today will probably enjoy this weather a little better than what we planted yesterday.
Before we get out in the fields, we're gonna give her one last walkthrough, make sure everything's tightened up the way it needs to be so that we can just absolutely annihilate these corn stalks. Okay, so we got everything tightened up. We're ready to rock. So I'm gonna fold my Bessler up so I don't hit anybody on the side of the road. That would not be ideal. And we'll get her going here in a bit. So David's planting, Dad smooth everything out with the field cultivator, and here I am gonna chop some stalks. Hopefully the rain doesn't start pouring on us and we can get a lot done. New blades on this Bessler are doing pretty damn well compared to our old ones. Our old ones, they got the job done, but they definitely were a little bit dull, I think. And these new ones, you know, they're fresh, they're sharpened, and you can definitely tell a difference in the ground and how the stalks are getting chopped. I just got to thinking, I'm still chugging along. If y'all are in the tractor, if you're in a truck, a semi, you're on your way to work, Dad and I just dropped a new podcast dedicated to farmers, agricultural people, blue-collar workers, country folks, you name it. We're going to talk about all the good subjects from agriculture to business to cryptocurrency to investing to who we are as people outside the tractor and hog barn. If that interests you guys, I'm going to have something pop up somewhere on this video. You go ahead and click that. It'll take you to our podcast. Give her a listen for us, subscribe, leave us a good review, and be sure to like the video.
%, battery. That was close. So this guy one day finds a puddle of something leaking underneath his car. Takes it to the mechanic. He's gonna wait while the mechanic figures out what's wrong with it. He's there in the lobby and he looks across the street. There's an ice cream shop, so he goes over there, gets an ice cream cone, comes back. It's a hot day. This ice cream cone just doesn't stand a chance. It's melting everywhere. So he's sitting in the lobby eating it. The mechanic comes back in, says, hey, looks like you blew a seal. The guy says, no, it's just ice cream. Ham and Swiss on rye. Now, see, if we were farming this field this way, I'd have enough time to get out my sandwich, open it, and start eating it. But I'm going to be turning around here 800 feet. Compelling television, I'm sure. Yeah, you don't need to see this. I only got 3 bites in. I got to turn around already.
I apologize for the wind noise. That's why I'm down behind the classy chassis. But you can see this. There's a heck of a lot of trash when you're trying to plant into what was last year's corn crop. The residue can be an issue, and what we do is we don't try to no-till right into the standing stalks. We use a rolling stalk chopper. It's the brand name's a Bessler. It really chews up the residue that's left. It kind of sizes the trash, I guess you'd say, so that it flows through the planter better. With the trash wheels on the planter, this residue is a lot more manageable, at least in our system. Hi, Dukas. Any thoughts? How's the job hunt coming? Any luck? That's what I thought. Here, you can see there is, no, not near as much trash. Maybe you can see these lines that you see in the dirt. That's from where we applied our manure last fall. So we've got these trenches cutting across, but here's where we planted, and you can see we've just moved a little bit of the trash out of the way, but this old bean stubble doesn't amount to much as far as being able to plant. It's really a different world if you're trying to no-till into bean ground versus no-till into standing stalks. And I'd say our comfort level with no-tilling into bean stubble is very high. We don't have any trouble with it, but doing corn on corn can be challenging. That's why we still kind of rely on busting that trash up a little bit. We still leave all that residue on top, which helps as far as stopping runoff and keeping the soil intact, but we just can't. It's just hard to do corn on corn and no-till, at least in our operation. So that's kind of the differences, but we should have all the corn in the ground by the end of the day today.
So if you've ever wondered why farmers just can't seem to be happy with the weather, so in the spring, we don't need rain at all. Rain is a bad thing. We don't need cold weather. It's got to be nice and warm and dry. But when we go out to start working the soil and planting, we can still notice it's a little dry. Maybe we could have had a little bit more rain there the last couple weeks. And then in the middle of the summer, well, actually, especially right after you've planted the crop, you could ask 10 farmers if they need rain or not, and you'll get 10 different answers. One guy will say, well, I could use a little rain. It'd help the crop come up nice. Another farmer would say, boy, I don't need any rain at all right now. I'm afraid that it'll crust over and I'll have to get the rotary hoe out, so I don't want any rain at all. Other farmers will say, well, yeah, I want some rain, but I want it to come down nice and light. I don't want it to pound on me, because that'll make it crust over, and that won't be good either. Or you got the farmers that still got something to do. I don't want any rain at all because I got to go out and side dress everything. We're a fickle bunch, and we're never happy. Well, we're happy, but we just don't want to let you know that. Put all the time and effort into preparation, hours and hours and hours upon time, money into preparation for these days when we're out here planting. And for the time you spend putting into it, getting it all ready,